Hello everybody, it's me Scooter with Alabama Backyard Wrestling, and we're here with one of our favorite stuffed animals, Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ, he's superiorly asked for this because, well, he's really upset. But Jesus, you're upset because you're saying you're not wrestling in the ring, but have you not seen the weather lately in Alabama? Well, I mean, you're sitting there saying that you want to compete in the ring, and I get it, but Jesus, let me tell you this. Every time you're in the ring and you have a chance to win the belt, you never luck up. I mean, you never even come close to winning. I mean, the rules are pretty simple. Whoever feet touch the ground first wins. And we've had other stuffed animals that have came in their first day and won a belt. This is when we had our WWE wrestling belts that are now hanging up in the break room at my second job, Autobahn. Jesus, let me tell you something. I like your attitude, trying to win fairly. Okay, I really do. But Jesus, let me tell you something. If you want to win a belt, you're going to have to do whatever it takes to win the belt. And if you can't do that, then you don't deserve one. Because let me tell you something. This is our belt. Some of you seen it, some of you haven't. This is the Alabama Backyard Wrestling belt. Right here. And Jesus, and before we had all those WWE belts, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, we need to get rid of these belts. That is not us. And Jesus, let me explain something to you. You know why Triple H, the character I play, has won so many belts? It's because I do whatever it takes to win these belts. And like I said, come April the 1st, you know, see, we're not used to this cold weather down here in Alabama. Like the people up north, they wrestle in it, they drive in it, they they do whatever. In Alabama, we're not used to this cold weather. And with me being hurt, my foot hurts from time to time with this cold weather. It hurts me. And I'm not saying that's an excuse, Jesus, but you've had many times in the ring where you could have won and you didn't because your feet didn't touch the ground first. And there's been plenty of times you could have won and you didn't. And that's the difference between me and you. Let me tell you something, Jesus. There's been other stuffed animals, and people know it, that have won. Okay? Remember the slutty Easter Bunny? That little whore would do anything to win a belt. She won so many times, I can't even count. What happened? The Easter Bunny was her own demise. She ended up getting pregnant. We don't even know who the baby daddy is to the day is. I think some of the people can relate to that in the real world. But anyway, that's besides the point. I don't know what's going on behind us, and I don't really care. All I know is that whenever our season starts, I'll tell you when our first season's going to start. Our season's going to start back April the 1st, no matter what. Okay? And when it starts back, because it should be warm by then, it's going to be, our first match is going to be for that belt. Our first pay-per-view is going to be for that belt. And let me tell you something, you better be prepared to do whatever it takes. Because there's other new stuffed animals that these people haven't seen in the stores doing, that you have seen. They're going to do whatever it takes to make sure their feet touches the ground and they walk out with this belt. But I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I'm the first winner of that belt. And if that means pounding your head against that damn steel fence until stuffing comes out of you, then that's what I'm going to do. And I will do it to every other stuffed animal. And if I have to rip your fucking head off, Jesus, I will. And I will hit you with so many diamond cutters and so many stone cold stunners and so many RKOs and so many F5s until I can walk out and my feet touch the ground. But Jesus, let me tell you something that you can pass on to all the other stuffed animals. Our pay-per-view for that belt, we're going to have the steel cage all the way around it. We're going to leave the ropes up. You have to get over the steel cage and you have to bounce off. And you have to go through both those trampolines, bounce off one of those trampolines, hit the ground to win that belt when we have our first match. And honestly, Jesus, I don't think you have what it takes to be a champion. Just by the way you act in the ring and how you want Sheik to win. Do you see Triple H sometimes before we got close out because of the winter weather, in this cold weather and rain? Like today, y'all, it was 39 degrees. By this afternoon, it was like 60 something, and now it's already back down to like 40 something. So that's another reason why. But Jesus, let me explain something to you. Okay, I'm gonna do like it takes, and you know better than me. When we first started this channel, Jesus, I had a lot of hard times. I did. We started off the channel, as you know, and Jacob, my son, he was in it, and people were really digging the fact that my son and me was wrestling. But the difference between me and my son's wrestling and all these other YouTube channels is he didn't know what I was going to do when we got in the ring, and I didn't know what he was going to do. Why? Because we didn't rehearse it. We just got in there, and whatever happened, happened. And that's how you can tell our videos were not rehearsed, because we got in the ring and we didn't know what what each other were gonna do, and it made for a very entertaining show. And you're probably thinking, Scooter, how did you come into this? Well, Jesus already knows. He was watching me when it was happening before he became a member here. I watched the Graham Toy story, and I watched it and I said, hey, I watched the first episode when you guys ring and all that, and I got my ring from monstercages.com. I guess that's where he got his first ring, I don't know. But we have been in one location since the very start. Graham has been in like 3 or 4 that I know of, and he got kicked out of 3 of them. Like 2 of them were storage buildings, big storage buildings, and the third one was somewhere in his backyard, 2 storage buildings. It was at his grandmother's yard. Then he went through 2 storage buildings, and now he's at somebody else's backyard. Not once have we had anybody complain about anything that we have done on our channel, and we haven't, and the police have never even been out here, not once. And we get rowdy sometimes, and I know Jesus, and Jesus will tell you, when we're out there putting on shows, people will actually slow down and watch us when we're in the ring. It's crazy, but it's true, y'all. And you know, we've gone through some hard times, and when Jacob left because his grandmother didn't want him in his backyard wrestle anymore, and many of you saw that episode of me and her getting an argument. Y'all, that was unrehearsed. That was just out of the blues. I got pissed off. And yeah, we're gonna tell what happened to Jacob. Jacob is now working, y'all, at a place, the Piggly Wiggly. It's in Jefferson County. I'm not going to say where because he probably wouldn't want me to let y'all know, but he does work at the Piggly Wiggly. It's not too far. He does have a car, but he hasn't got his driver's license yet. He does got his permit, and you know, I wish he would go and wrestle in school, but this is a choice that Jacob is going to have to make since his grandmother won't let him get in the ring. And y'all, this is what a lot of people don't understand. We tried to find real people. Me, I went out looking. I tried to get people to come and join. Nobody wanted to have nothing to do with it because they had to sign the liability waiver. Because if people compete and they don't sign the liability waiver and they get hurt, then we're going to be ruined. They're going to try to shut us down. You know, and when we decided to get this ring, I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it for weeks and weeks, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who I had to talk to. I didn't know what was all involved in it. And y'all, the first thing I did before we got the ring is we went around. We asked all the neighbors. You wasn't here for me. Just it was that old bear. And I said, hey man, I'm gonna get a wrestling ring. I'm gonna put it in my backyard, and we're gonna do YouTube videos, and that's what I told all my neighbors. The one up front, he's a mechanic, so he's never there. He's like, man, I don't care. I'm never hardly here. I wouldn't hear, And then we asked my other neighbor over there, Larry Gamble. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna do this. He said, it's your backyard. Do whatever you want. And then we had to ask the old granny down on the hill that you see occasionally walking up her driveway. Say, hey, I'm gonna put a backyard wrestling ring right here. Do you have a problem? She said, as long as you don't get too rowdy and you don't do it late at night, I don't care. And so she said as long as we didn't do it at late hours of the night, she didn't care. But we do ours in the morning time or in the afternoon, so that way we can get back in, upload it, and But our ASA computer, it died, so we had to use this Hewlett Packard one now. And as you can see, I don't know what's going on behind me, but they better not be doing no funny business, Jesus, and you better not have nothing to do with it, because I don't know what's going on behind me. And yeah, y'all, it's been bad for Alabama. Like the first time we started off, we didn't know how good this thing was gonna go. We didn't know if anybody was gonna subscribe. We didn't know if anybody was even gonna watch our videos or how long they were gonna watch them. And till the day, we really don't honestly worry about stuff like that. I mean, we're doing this because it keeps us from getting in trouble and all. And yeah. But yeah, y'all, at one time we did go through our dark period, and it got rough at times. At one time we were really worried that we were going to lose it all. But my dad got better, he came home, and everything was okay, but everything is still fine. But like I said, y'all, we've been, like Jesus, I know this is your first, not even full year with us, but the weather has been very unforgiving for us, and that's why we've been doing the Hot Wheels stuff and the giveaways, because we couldn't get in the rain. And you gotta keep, Jesus, like I'm saying, you gotta keep making content, or these people are gonna go to other people's channels and watch it, because they're gonna say, hey, this guy ain't making a channel, no backyard wrestling videos, and he ain't, cause you can't. I mean, like I told Jacob, if you're not here, the show has to go on, and so we got stuffed animals because we couldn't find real people. So we had the bear, we had the panda, we had stuffed animals, we had different stuffed animals from Target, we had Woody, we had Mario, we got them. Some of them didn't last too long because Triple H would get really pissed off, and he would get mad because some of those stuffed animals would win, and he lost his share of the titles, and he really overreacted. And I told him, I said, hey dude, I understand you lost to a stuffed animal, but you can't be destroying the talent, man. I mean, it is hard to find these stuffed animals. Now that Slutty Easter Bunny, that damn thing, she was one hell of a wrestler, Jesus. And I understand that you want to compete and that you don't want to cheat to win, and that you don't want to be like the Miz off WWE, and the Miz was so embarrassing. Like the WWE, I mean, we're not like the WWE. Whoever wins wins. I mean, we do. Sometimes, y'all, we do moves off the top, and I'll have like 3 or 4 of them, and sometimes I can't hang on to them, and I'll hit that big up that. We had that small trampoline, but somebody gave us a big one in my family, So when we hit those moves, sometimes I couldn't hang on to them, and sometimes they went fine. Sometimes I could jump up really fast after I hit my move. I saw one was about to fight and grab them by the arm or leg to keep them from winning. And I'm telling you, we have lost a lot of stuffed animals. And as you know, when we lose one, we burn them. And it's been a while since we've lost one. And like I said, y'all, me and Jesus want to both get back in the ring. But right now, y'all, this weather, it's just totally unpredictable. Because we never know what it's going to do next. Like me and Jesus, we don't have a clue. And it sucks. It really does. And poor Jesus, he's staying in that shed. He's been out there for months. Haven't been able to compete. Me or him. So we're probably going to have some ring rust when we do get back in the ring. And, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's really horrible that, you know, we're being stuck like this. And I understand that you're mad because I'm in here making Hot Wheel videos and doing giveaways and all that, and we're not having championship belt. But let me explain something to you, Jesus. And this is the only God's truth. When we have our first match for that belt, whoever wins that belt is probably going to be getting challenged every day to defend it against God knows who and what kind of match. So if I was you and all those other stuffed animals, I would sit there and relax and enjoy whatever time you got left, because I'm telling you, in Alabama backyard wrestling, the stuffed animals usually don't last too long. Because Triple H, my character, he is on an evil, deranged side when he's in that ring and the belt's on the line. And he's going to do whatever it takes to hang on to that belt once he wins, or whoever wins it. But he's not just going to let you walk into that ring and take his belt. Because I'm telling you right now, he's going to swear to do whatever it takes to win that, be the first person that ever wins that belt. Alabama Backyard Undisputed Championship belt that we ordered. Yeah, I get it. It ain't a big old chunky belt like all these other people have. It's a pretty flimsy belt, but let me tell you something. It's ours. It's got our logo on it. And when we start having our matches, we're going to do whatever it takes to. Whoever wins this is going to have to do whatever it takes to hang on to it, because every day, or every other day, somebody is going to be challenging you, Jesus, for this belt now. I don't see you winning this belt, because I don't think you have the mentality to ever do anything to cheat, lie, or steal to win the belt. But sometimes you have to do stuff that you're not proud of to win the belt. And I'm telling you that now. I hate to be like this. I hate to be the one to say it, but that's what it boils down to. And if you could talk to any of those other backyard wrestlers that came before you, they would tell you they did the exact same thing I did. They tried. Like I remember Buzz Lightyear. I never thought that he would win. He won a couple of belts. I can't remember what they were because they were WWE belts. You know, but like I said, we got rid of them. They're all at Autobahn. They're hanging from the drawers in the break room. And I told them they could have them. I didn't want them. We got our own belt. And I'm telling you, Jim, me giving you the finger and giving you that cellphone stunner and hitting it, you might get that a couple of times when it comes to that belt. Hell, you might get anything. And there ain't no telling how many times I'm going to do it until I feel like I can climb over that fence, I'll stop that trampoline, and win. and get my feet to touch the ground and take that belt home. And yeah, I know you and all the rest of those stuffed animals are going to do whatever it takes to try to win it back. But if I was you, I would get on whatever laptop, computer, iPhone, Android, whatever phone you got, or however you watch videos after we make them. If you do, I suggest you go back and watch Floating Easter Bunny. I suggest you go back and you watch the other stuffed animals that came before you and watch what they did. Because I guarantee you, those other stuffed animals, they might be your friend, but I'll tell you what, Drew McIntyre said, you better keep a good eye on your friends, because when you have the belt, that's when they're going to try to take it from you. They're going to wait until you're at your weak point, like the Miz did, and then they're going to try to cash in and take your belt. And let me tell you something. I don't know if Miz made some sleazy deal or not to win that belt, but he should have done it in his own, and he would still be. He should have went out there, whacked McIntyre with that briefcase or a chair or something, and if you could have won it. But yeah, Jesus, I do understand where you're coming from. And yes, I don't know what the hell is going on behind me, but they need to calm down. You see this, Jesus? What's going on back here? Oh yeah, I don't know what that deal is, but that president, that Joe Biden guy, you need to tell him to leave Dr. Seuss and the potato head guy alone. He didn't do nothing to them. Oh, I get it, Jesus. I mean, I really do. I think that guy was an idiot, too. I mean, yeah. Well, thankfully, April the 9th, that's it. No more masks for Alabama. Done. That lady said we're going to do 60 more days. After March, it's April the 9th, that's it. She said no more masks after April the 9th. April the 9th, you could take those masks and use them for toilet paper in Alabama, because, well, my thing is, Jesus, you know good as I do, everybody should be in school, right? Everybody should be working, right? I shouldn't have to wait 30 minutes to go into the Cracker Barrel and get something to eat, because, no lie, y'all, when you go into the Cracker Barrel, they got chair available, chair not available, chair available, chair not available, available, not available, available, not. And that's how it is. And they cannot get hardly nobody in there hardly after a certain time, because you have to wait so long. Yeah, I know. But Jesus, one day I'm sure we got a little off track. I'm sure one day that maybe you will be a champ, but I just don't think you're gonna be one anytime soon, because you haven't learned that you have to do whatever it takes to win. Like Woody and all these others, they knew, and I explained to them before we told you what you were getting yourself into, what you were gonna have to do. You would have to bounce off, get off that trampoline. You might have to make shady deals with other stuffed animals to win, because y'all, the sloth did it. Y'all remember the sloth? He screwed the sloth screwed over that slutty Easter bunny, and then the sloth ended up losing the Triple H the belt a week or two later. Or I can't remember. It's been such a long time ago. It's hard to remember all this stuff. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, Jesus. Whenever we do get back in the ring, we're gonna have a match every day, nearly every day. So we might not even be able to go to Armand, because every day when it ain't raining and it's pretty, we're gonna be out there making videos. Somebody's gonna be defending that belt. Somebody's gonna be fighting to keep it. And that's gonna be God's truth. And yes, this cold weather hurts my feet to death. Like this one, Y'all remember this one? I broke that bone right there in my foot during the Heartbreak Hotel. And this one got fractured in two places when I had my scooter accident. Right here, you remember that? And that was all unrehearsed. I didn't realize it. And you know what? The show kept going on. Jesus. Yeah, sometimes I get hurt in these events. Putting on these shows, people think that I can't get hurt. Yeah, I get hurt too. They get hurt too. Sometimes I went wrong and I pop stuff, bang up a little. My next few times I've done that. Yeah, I get hurt. They get hurt. Except for Jacob has even wrestled some of these stuffed animals, and he says he does. I don't know how you do it, Dad. It's just I don't get it. It's just too hard. And he even admitted that it was hard. Y'all, this is not for everybody, okay? I mean, these things do not show no emotion, no nothing. That is hard, y'all. Like, take a look at old poor Jesus. He's sitting here chilling. But yeah, it's hard, y'all. I mean, like the casket match. Y'all remember the casket match? Yeah. That was a brutal match, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I will be so glad to get back in the ring, y'all. I have no idea what's going on behind us. You know what? You know what all this is about? I don't know, Jesus. I mean, I don't know what's going on behind us. Well, I hope it ain't nothing serious because we've been sitting here talking and we're not paying nothing, no mind. I know. I mean, I don't know what's going on behind us. I couldn't tell you, but who knows? I hope it ain't nothing serious. Because if it is, we're going to be in trouble. I know. I couldn't tell you what's going on behind us. Couldn't even know. That can't be good. I think that's illegal in all 50 states. But anyway, Jesus. I know. I don't know what they're doing behind us. You see that? That's horrible. Somebody's going to hell for that. I don't even know what's going on. Well, I see a green screen, but I don't know what's going on behind me. I don't know what's on there. It could be anything. Because I got the camera pointing at us. I don't know what's going on behind us. I mean, I hope you got the wheel on this one because this could be a mess. Yes, Jesus, do I regret doing anything to the wrestler? No. I said anything that I did to win the belt during a match, I have never once regretted doing anything that I had to do to win because I know they would have done the same thing to win too. And it sucks. It really do sucks, y'all. But y'all, you have to do whatever it takes to win a match. If you don't, then you're pretty much letting your body, like the giveaways that we do. I remember Matt won so many of them because nobody else would comment. I'm just like, if you're not going to comment, then you might as well, or at least say something. You're letting your opponent win all the stuff and you're just sitting there and just letting it walk away because you don't want to take time to comment. I used to tell people that all the time. You just, like, if you want to win a belt, you got to do whatever it takes to win. If you're not first, you're last. And if you got the championship belt, you're first. If you don't have one, then you're last. And I don't like being last at anything. Some sports, but I'm not as good at the sport. But I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. And like I said, as soon as it's April the 1st, I don't care what the weather's like. We're going to go out there and we're going to all battle it out for this belt. All four sides of that cage is going to be up. It's going to be bungee corded. And like I said, Jesus, I'm going to do whatever it takes. That means I have to slam your head and rake your face across that. dog cage fence and two stuffing comes out your head or hair, if I have to take your road and if I have to hit you with every finisher I know, then I will. And I will not have not one regret, no sorry, no nothing. Because I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. What about, yeah, we're going to get more cars and they're going to race down the track. And we're going to get 75 more cars and they're going to race. And like I said, we're going to have that drag strip. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm very tired. But it is what it is. I mean, I get home and we do racing. I mean, literally, we come home every day literally and we have to do a video. I mean, and that's very tiresome. I mean, you gotta think of stuff to talk about, and that's not easy. Jesus, are you sure we need to be concerned? Because I do not know what's going on behind us. I just hope it ain't nothing bad. I mean, I have no idea what's going on behind us. Should we be concerned about this? I mean, you know how easy people get offended now. I mean, what if it's showing two cows getting it on in the back? Oh, it'll be alright, okay. Yeah. Well, remember, this is a family channel. Well, everybody says Walmart's a family store, but I don't see how Walmart can be a family store. I mean, I thought it was a retail store. You might run into all your family members there because they only have two cashiers open most of the time, so eventually you're all going to run into each other at the same damn cash register. They had some of those, they had more of those. My question is, when Walmart going to send me my W-2 for ringing myself up at that self-checkout? Do I get a W-2 for that? For working at Walmart and ringing myself out on that self-checkout machine? Do I get a W-2 for that? No? Okay. I guess not. Well, I don't know what's going on behind us, but I know it ain't looking pretty by what I'm seeing. Hey, y'all need to stop doing that. Me and Jesus is trying to have an interview here. Y'all need to stop all that, whatever y'all are doing back there. Well, can you please just keep it down? Thank you. I don't know what's going on, but they need to keep it down. They're getting too loud back there. But anyway, y'all, yeah, me and Jesus wanted to make this video to let you know that April the 1st, 2021. Are you aware this year can drink now? So, do you think anything good will come out of it? I mean, alcohol usually leads to piss poor choices. Do you think this year is going to, 2020, this century, 2020, is going to start bringing down that it's turned 21? Do you think it's going to get worse or better? Well, I mean, it started drinking and look what it did. It brought the coronavirus over here, and that thing has been killing more. Yeah, I know old people have been dying. If you're like in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, or 90s, you just need to stay in the house. I don't, it's bad, man. It's really bad. What? Yeah, I don't know what's going on behind us. They could be having an orgy for all I know, Jesus. So I tend to look this way because I don't want to see anything that's going on back there. Well, yeah, it took us a while to get this all set up. See, it ain't easy. People think making these videos are easy. It takes time. I mean, we had to make sure that none of the other room was showing, and we had to get chairs to sit in because I didn't feel like standing up. This is not easy. Not easy at all. Well, Jesus, crap. What you expect? We can't go in the rain. Because it rained just a couple of days ago, so the ground's still trying to dry out. That's the fairest thing, y'all. I wish I had a sponsor or somebody because see, how many subscribers we're at? We're at 192 subscribers. Y'all, I gotta be honest with y'all. When we first started out, I did not think, because I said, we're going to be different. We're not going to be like everybody else. We're not going to rehearse this stuff like all the other YouTube channels do. We are going to get out there and we are going to do whatever comes to mind, and we just have to deal with what each other does. That's what me and Jacob did, and it made for pretty good videos. And and you know, and like I said, it made for a pretty good video, and we were happy with that. And that's what me and Stuffed Animals continue to do, is make unrehearsed videos. And you can tell they're unrehearsed because, by the way, I go running around there, bouncing around, running around, doing whatever I want. And they take a beating, y'all. They really do. Like, we have lost so many stuffed animals, and when we lose a stuffed animal because they can't compete in the ring no more, we just cremate them, and we give them a proper cremation. We'll play a song in the background, and we'll give them a proper cremation. Go away. Because that's what we do with all our stuffed animals, because we do not have a retirement. That's, if you can't compete, that's how you go away. But yeah, Jesus, I understand your concern. I really do. And like I said, as soon as we can, we're going to get in the ring, we're going to start our season up, and we're going to go at it very hard. And like I said, we're going to go from April all the way to October and November, if we can, before the weather shuts us down again. If it does shut us down, and this weather's been acting crazy, so if we can go into November, December, January, February, then we will. We'll just keep going. Like I said, though, it depends on the weather, and the weather has been bipolar, to say the least. Wouldn't you agree with me, Jesus? Because you're the one running this show, not me. Hey guys, come on now. I told you, calm down. What's going on behind here? You see this? This is like a couple of times I had to ask them to be quiet. I don't know what's going on behind us, Jesus. But they really need to stop it. I don't know what's going on. I couldn't even begin to tell you what's going on behind us. But yeah, everybody, me and Jesus, we're about to call it a night. I have to get up at like 4 o'clock. I gotta work at 5 to 1 tomorrow, so I have to go to bed. We gotta put him back in the shed where he belongs, and we gotta see if we can make this interesting for you. But yeah, Jesus, I understand. You want to be back in the ring. We want to be back in the ring April the 1st. We will be back in the ring, and we'll be putting on some hell of an action. And like I said, when we get back in the ring, I don't know how much longer you'll last. Because I'm telling you, the first match we have, it's going to be a pay-per-view. The first day we're back in the ring, it's going to be a pay-per-view, Unforgiven. And everybody is going to be competing for that belt, because I'm going to not be unforgiven when I slam your head again and again and again and again into that dog pit. And if I have to do the diamond cut to you, many times as it take, I will. And I won't apologize. Yeah, that's right, the RKO is the diamond cutter. That's right, a lot of y'all probably didn't realize that. The RKO is the diamond cutter. If you don't believe me, go and look at the RKO and then put it up, and then put the diamond cutter up beside them. They are literally the same thing. Everybody on that bombshell, I hate to do it, but we're going to call it a night. We hope you enjoyed this video. Okay guys, calm it down. We're wrapping this thing up, and then we're all going to bed. I don't know what's been going on behind here, but y'all need to be quiet, because we're trying to wrap this up so we can all go to bed and we can get some sleep. sleep. Jesus, like I said, April the 1st, our season will be back in full swing, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes that pay-per-view to win. And if you don't like that, here you go. You can enjoy that, you sorry son of a bitch, because I'm gonna win that belt at our first pay-per-view. And everybody, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we're gonna call it a night from me and Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, that's gonna get his ass handed to him come April the 1st. Good night.